Dr. Kirk, Elliot, what the heck's going on out there in the precious metals world? I'm excited because
Yeah.
silver just keeps hanging around 40
Oh,
bucks an ounce. I see it
yeah.
38, 39. We broke the ceiling, and things are actually happening there. And people still think, oh my, I missed the opportunity. Should have bought that. Really? People said that at 18, 20, 21, 24, 25, 27, 30, 32, 33. That's what people say. I'm like, no, you got to understand. It's going to keep going. Where are we?
Well, I still think we're going to hit 67 to 75 by the end of the year, right? So have you missed the boat? No, you haven't missed the boat at all. You've missed the point from where you could have been until now. But I think what comes next is way greater than from where we've come from, right? And there's reasons for that. So I wanted to address something, which is why I wanted to come on even for 15 minutes today, because, over a couple weeks ago, Trump has been kicking butt and taking names, right? It's like he just keeps winning and winning and winning and winning. And so some of the things that he's doing involve tariffs, right? So we saw the big thing that everyone's been calling me on is there was this 39% tariff on Switzerland. Like, well, what does Switzerland have? Like chocolate? Yeah, they've got chocolate, but also a ton of gold, right? So the 39% tariff, originally it was thought no exclusions, right? So there's going to be 39% tariff on the 100-ounce bars of gold, the kilo bars of gold coming in from Switzerland, and all of these depositories and traders and trade desks all over the country thinking, wait a second, we've got to buy now. We've got to get this stuff now because if tariffs are coming, we don't want to pay higher prices, right? So for like this 2-week span, you saw gold and silver absolutely soar and skyrocket, right? Because it's what's called request for physicals. So you've got all these shorts on the markets, like from the big banks and everything. It's like, wait a second, we're going to have to cover these short positions. We don't want to buy the metals at higher prices down the road. So there's a request for physicals now, right? So, but here's the problem. This created so close to a liquidity crisis within the banks because of this, because they're thinking, do these banks that have these short positions actually have the physical metals? No, right? And the numbers on silver especially show us that for every 1 ounce of physical silver that's available, there's over 300 ounces of paper futures contracts. So it doesn't take very much for this to upset the apple cart. So when people are in like manufacturers, hedge funds, whatever, saying request for physicals, we want physical delivery, what do these big banks have to do? They have to go buy it, right? They can't deliver something they don't own, right? So they have to go buy it. They didn't have the money to buy it. This is why this almost caused an international banking liquidity crisis. Now, then a day after people were wigging out about this tariff, the White House came out with a clarification, said, we're going to have a clarification statement on this gold tariff. Well, then it didn't come. Well, 2 days later, it came. And what did they say? They said, well, we're not going to tariff gold. And so what did that do? Gold and silver came down. This was yesterday. Came down yesterday. Or no, this was 2 days ago. Came down, but not very much. Right? It's like silver maybe came down like $1.50. Well, in the 2 days since then, we're up like 40 something cents yesterday, up another like buck today. I mean, literally, it came down for 24 hours, shot back up. What does this tell you? It tells you that these metals are very resilient. There's very little downside risk right now. Not even after saying we're not going to put a tariff on gold, it didn't keep going down, right? So there's a lot of built-in pressure, a lot of supply and demand discrepancies. But what this tariff, non-tariff thing did is it exposed, Scott, that the emperor has no clothes, right? Because what it did was, to me, you look at what ensued after that. It's like, what? Request for physicals. We want physical delivery. People are losing faith in the banks and paper. They say, we don't want these stinking paper contracts. We want physical metals. And then the banks realized, and we realized, this is where the emperor has no clothes, that there's very little supply and massive amounts of demand.